Join everyone as fast as possible. Good morning, Kavya. Good morning, Anu. I have already informed I am going to start class. Good morning, Jyotam. Good morning, Kavya. Good morning, everyone. Sanjay, good morning. Inform everyone to class. Class started. I thought Jyotam will come offline. Okay, fine, no problem. So we are going to understand Yashwit, good morning. See, heredity and evolution from this section, we need to understand that heredity is that part where you have to study. You need to understand some of the most important thing of heredity and information. Okay. So heredity information I'm going to give you. Start the work and please start understanding all the things very precisely. See, when somebody will be telling you that you look like your father, you look like your mother, then one thing is coming in your mind. The most important thing that is coming in your mind is, "Ki I belongs to my family." Correct now? I belongs to my family. And because of this only, this chapter has been originated, and this chapter is exactly, yes, gene is something which is exactly coming here in this session now. I'm going to explain every single thing. Alleles I'm going to discuss, gene I'm going to understand, somatic cell and germ cells, everything I'm going to discuss. Understood? You need to be very, very carefully aligning everything, because again test sessions we are going to start means this time test session will be offline, online both. But yes, DNA is something I'm going to discuss everything. Good morning, Divya. So I'm starting the session. Please be very carefully understanding the things. So first thing is, okay, if we talk about creatures, living creatures, come on, start answering the questions. Okay. So Ashish, good morning. So I'm not going to now check who is present in the group, because some other person is checking the attendance. They will definitely be noting down. So now listen. So here we have to understand few things. So living organism in this universe maintain their continuity by producing their progenies. What is the meaning of progenies? Progenies means their young ones. Okay. Progeny means here is their young ones. So living organisms, all the living creatures that is present on this earth, they are exactly producing their young ones. Understood? So that there must be continuation of species. So that what will be there? Continuation of species. What is the meaning of continuation of the species? And why reproduction chapter has been introduced in class 10? Many times they are asking this straightforward question: what is the need of implementation of reproduction test chapter and heredity chapter in class 10th? The answer is to understand the need of the body, to understand what is needed to support your body system, and that is for life process and reproduction is indeed a very important chapter to introduce in class 10, so that we can understand that what is the need of health. Got it? So see, we need to understand two important factors here, because many times in CBSE we are seeing this type of diplomatic questions. They itself ask from the student, what is the need of introducing this chapter? The need of introducing this chapter is only one, so that we can understand how we can protect ourselves from what do you call it? Yes? Yeah, diseases. That is called as STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. Understood? That's one important point. The second important point is why reproduction is important and what is the need of understanding why reproduction and heredity is important. Heredity is definitely a type of whatever that type of chapter which gives you the knowledge that a type of species will be growing, understood, and how this type of species will be exactly individual in their own kind, the characteristics what makes them equal, the characteristics what they make them equal, that is also one of the most important thing to maintain the species level. Yes, that is reproduction part, but here what is important here is if somebody will be asking you, then you can say that we want to understand the population of a species, we want to understand the population of a species when they are identical, when there is a variation, and how much is the level of variation there, that is also we have to know. So when they will ask this question smartly, you are going to write answers smartly. So in the session itself, now since we are going to go for inclusion, we will be discussing about how to write the answers also, okay. So now they give rise to new individual at the similar but subtly different. So definitely whatever individual you are talking about, the individual cannot be 100% identical. In the time when I was teaching reproduction, I discussed one thing. That is the parents are only given 50% of their genetic information to the child. Father is giving 50% and mother is giving 50%. Understood? And definitely every individual is different. Got it? Every individual, every person is different. And here mitosis, meiosis is something that is exactly letting the cell to Vadan, Maya, very good. Good morning to all of you. Just check. Huh? Jotham is attending online. Huh? I also told him to come here. He will come. He is attending online. I really wish him to come. So now look here. So second part, what we are going to understand. See, first part we have understood now ki it is need. It is one of the most important. Everyone, please remember this one. It is need of understanding. Got it? So that means heredity is something which is exactly carrying off the specific genetic information from one generation to another generation. Now, identical species should look identical. Correct now? Now, one question I'm asking from all of you: what is the difference between horse and a mule? Let's see who can answer this question. What is the specific difference between horse and mule? All the intelligent fellows, can you say me this answer? Difference between horse and a mule. Thank you for liking the class, but I want this difference. Huh? Mule is a different breed of horse. Okay. Next. That's all. So here offline, thank you so much, Bida. Here offline, someone has good morning, Ashweta. So someone has answered the question. Uben has answered the question that mule is a different breed of mule is horse plus donkey. Yes. The correct answer is this only. Very good, Ashwet. Sorry, Ashwet, very good. See, this is the perfect answer. And you know what? When somebody will be talking about a mule is exactly a new generation. Got it? And you know, if a new generation is coming, their reproduction with that type of generation also is not possible. Got it? So they will be infertile because the reason behind is they need their specific type of generation. Understood? Means they are different type of species. Flying. Jotam is flying in. So understood, na? So they need their type of generation to population. Sorry, the correct answer is they need their type of population. So that type of population must be there so that they can interbreed and grow. Understood now? So that's what. So very nice, Yashwit. Yashwit might be laughing. So now understand this one. So this is exactly about heredity and evolution. So yes, so that's very correct answer I have got from Yashwit and Obian. So now listen. we are going to talk about variation. What is exactly variation? The offsprings inherit the character of parents and resemble them very closely. But the resemblance is not complete in all respect. This is what I have discussed. See, one very simple parameter I am going to discuss, how the offsprings are not getting total 100% from the father or the mother. You all have to understand one thing. Yes, difference between parents and offspring will be there. That difference between parents and offspring is called as variation. Understood? But this variation is not about parents' difference between their children. Beta. It is difference between their own siblings. So one brother and one sister also will not be alike. Correct now? Brother will also not be alike. So if two brothers are there in the same family, the brothers will not look similar, identical. Though they are coming from the same father, mother, but they will not be identical. Why? Because at every time of selection, the selections what is done at the time of zygotic divisions, at the time when the cell will be exactly coming, at the time when whatever zygote will be formed, that individual selection of the characteristics depends upon that factors which is not going to be for the second child. Understood? What about identical twins and fraternal twins. See, look here, I'm going to twin brothers. Okay, I'm going to explain this because you are asking here and Yashwit is asking in the second corner. Both have discussed the same question. So now you need to understand what is the meaning between identical twins and fraternal twins. So fraternal twins, FT I'm writing, and identical twins I'm going to write. So I'm going to differentiate both of them so that there should be no confusion hereafter for my students. So now listen, fraternal twins and identical twins. See, understand everything. It is once the sperm will be fusing with the ovum. Remember this one. Once the sperm fuses with the ova, the egg will be generated. Understood? But all the ladies now, as I have already explained you, at the time of menstrual cycles will be coming. Some ladies now they have the generation of two eggs. Understood? They can generate two eggs. Got it? So both on either side. But usually what happens, like if January month left side ovary has ovulated, then February month right side ovary will be ovulated, then left right, so only one egg will be generated. But for some ladies what will happen, two eggs will be generated. So when two eggs will be generated means both the eggs are ready for reproduction. Got it? So same time ovulation is there means the sperm will be exactly coming and fusing with both the eggs. So definitely the left ovary and right ovary has ovulated and it is exactly giving 2x. Understood? Now this 2x fuses with sperm. Understood? Now zygote form will be there. Now they will be exactly falling into the uterus and two individual children are born. This is called as fraternal twins. Sorry, I did wrong. Yes. Fraternal twins. Fraternal twins can be brother, boy, or a girl, or both girl or both boys. Understood? They are not identical twins. Understood? They are not, their DNAs are not same. So that's why they are called as fraternal twins. See, fraternal twins can also become conjoined twins. Conjoined twins means at the time when they are falling inside the uterus, now maybe this part will, because it is breaking and the fluid is going to get connected to the placenta section, the uterus lining. Understood? Endometrium wall, what we are calling it as endometrium wall. So it can stitch to the endometrium wall and what will happen, the two individual will be grown. So maybe their body parts will not be joined, but what can happen is their body parts can join. When the fluid will be exactly intertwined, then the body parts can join. You might have seen that this arm and this arm is exactly joined. So some common section body parts are joined together. So even fraternal twins body parts can join because at the time when the eggs are falling, it depends upon what distance they are falling and are they joining together. The fluid is joining together or not. Understood? So that section will be exactly giving what? Fraternal twins. But yes, DNA wise, they both will not be same. So they are called as fraternal twins. What they are called as? Fraternal twins. And these fraternal twins can be boy girl, girl boy, boy boy. But DNA part, they are very much away from each other. But here what happens, one egg is only getting fertilized. Okay, now this egg is falling into the walls. At the time of falling, it will split into two. So at the time of falling, it will split into two. It will be called as identical twins. Identical twins will both be boys or both be girls. Understood or not? Now, identical twins can also become conjoined because at the time of falling, maybe there's some body parts can get connected. Understood? But here, if it is separated out, if it is separated out also, understood? So that is exactly called as identical twins. Identical twins will be totally look alike. Their DNA will be same, habits will be same, everything will be same. Understood or not? Same time they will be crying, their mood swings, everything, many things because DNA wise they will be 100% copy of each other, and that's the difference between fraternal twins and identical twins. Did everybody understood what is the difference? Yes, Shweta, everybody please, because you have asked me this question, so I've explained this one. Yes, so that's what is the difference between fraternal twins and identical twins. Yes, everybody understood now. So if they will be asking this question, boy and a girl, yes. So definitely fraternal twins are different from identical twins. Identical twins DNA will be similar, match, 100% copy. Understood? But fraternal twins DNA will not be. There will be similarity will be there, but not 100%. Understood? Height variation can also be possible, but for identical twins, height variation and everything they're very much similar to each other. Even one went and another one will come also, but one went and another one will come also. You'll not come to know that that person went. Understood? That much similarity they both will be resembling. Habit to everything, their similarity will resembles to each other. Very good, nicely understood. So now we are going to explain about what is the meaning of variation and how in sexual reproduction variations are the most important tool for bringing changes in the DNA pattern, and 100% changes in DNA pattern is needed. Got it? So that the selection will become very vibrant. Now, what is the meaning of characteristics or trait? First, I am discussing characteristics or trait. See, you need to understand progeny means offsprings. What is the meaning of progeny? Offsprings. So, offsprings means small putty babies. They are considered as what? Progenies. What scientific word we are using? Progenies. Repeat with me. What they are called as progenies. Understood? Now, characteristics. Another word is called as trait. What is the another word of characteristics? Trait. Understood? So traits are very important, and this trait should come different. This trait should come different. So now we are going to understand this part. Are we ready for it? Now let's check this one out. Traits are there. So first understand father is there and mother is there. Father has given 50% of its genetic information and mother has shared 50% from her information. Now father received 25% from his own body, it is he is giving, and 25% from his forefathers. Forefathers means see how much selections are there. How much selection means the moment I'm going towards my forefather means in that forefather league, my grandmother, my mother, my all that sections, great grandmother, definitely great grandmother. So forefathers, and here also mother also giving how much percentage? 25 percentage, and 25 percentage it is exactly coming from her forefathers. So definitely the selection becomes very huge. The selections become very huge, and so only some of the traits we are carrying from our ancestor. There is always one question, children, please remember. So only this word variation is coming. So the small putty baby will be resembling 50% from father's side and 50% from mother's side. One single question I am going to ask from you: what if the baby will be carrying total 100% from the father? A horse is mother and mule is progeny. We need to check that one. So mule is exactly going to be, yes, mule is going to be the progeny, but horse and donkey, if they will be interbreeding, then only mule will be formed, and they will be sterile because they need their type of population for interbreeding. That's the correct answer, Ruchi. So everyone, please pay attention for this one. That's absolutely correct answer. See what I was discussing about, what if the DNA will be 100% copied from the parent? What if the DNA will be parent means 100% copying will be there? What if total 100% is taken from father? No, that is not true. It is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction only 100% copy is there. If here, this is very mandatory. 50%. See, listen. What is exactly is done at that time? Everyone, please pay attention. What is exactly done at that time? The most important thing is that total genetic information cannot come from father's side. Understood? The DNA will collapse. The DNA will collapse. So 100% will not be coming from either father or mother, because see, maybe sometimes this happens that more characteristics is taken from father. Understood? But at the time of selection, the dominant and recessive trait selections are exactly there. Understood? So it is never possible that 100% is taken from father or 100% is taken from mother. 100%, the truth is variation will be there, and because of that some traits will be exactly taken from father and mother both. Got it? So this is not at all possible that 100% is taken. The DNA will collapse. The DNA copying sections will not be working well. So many times you might be seeing that some disabled children are born. Got it? It is not due to that 100% taken from father or 100% taken from mother. That is a different thing. Okay, it is not possible, because the sperm is containing its genetic information, the ova is containing its genetic information. When they are clashing, when the mitotic and meiotic sections, when the division sections will be there, when they are clashing, at that particular moment the selection of characteristics picked. Got it? And that time 100% from father and 100% from mother is not going to be picked. Some percentage of father and some percentage of mother is picked, and then they are making how much percentage? 100%. So definitely the DNA will collapse. The thing will not be taken. So only we need a father and a mother. I hope you might have understood. So only we need a father and a opposite sex are needed for reproduction. Got it? Because they contribute their DNA for the offspring. What they contribute? Their DNA for the offspring. So what is more important is the DNA. Understood? So that the offspring will carry the information from both father and mother. I hope everybody understood this one. I hope everybody understood this is a very technical thing, and this type questions are asked in examination. You note down this part. Yes, DNA of the offspring will be resembling from father and mother. But yes, see, when DNA will be exactly checked, you will be seeing one thing, that father and mother DNA will be similar to the child. Correct now? Because more characteristics will be matching there. Got it? So lion plus tiger is liger. Yes, tigress, that is liger. Yes, but the most important thing here is, yes, that, but they will be infertile. They will be exactly, for that they need their type of population for interbreeding in future. Understood? And like this only in a lion and different type. So always in the gene pool we know one thing, very important thing, that that one particular species that comes accidentally. Understood? That comes accidentally need their type of population, and if their type of population is coming, we know now ki lion, tiger and cat all are resembling one particular family. Understood? So that interbreed and the new species coming and they are interbreeding, and again, so that type of population is exactly generated. So these are very very important information. Thank you so much, children. That was very cooperative effort from all of you. Okay, so shall we go back to the class, please? So we are going to go back to the content from where we are writing. No two individuals are exactly alike, and the member of their one species, remember this one, and the members of any one species differ from one another in same character or the other. So 100% beta, this is exactly the most correct answer. I'm not discussing right now any other thing. So no two individuals are exactly alike, and the members of any one species differ from one another in same characters or the other. So definitely, if we will be talking about one species member, you need to understand this part. When we are talking about only human species, so all of them will be look-alike, but in look-alike also they will not be similar. Understood? Some people height will be high, some people height will be less. So there also in their own species also variations will be there, correct now? In cat also different type of species are there, in dog also different type of species are there, correct now? In what you call parrot, in different type, their own species also have different type of variation because of this interbreeding only. I hope everybody might have understood this one. So now the difference in the characters or trait among the individual of the same species and the offspring of the same parent is called variation. Remember this one, beta. What is the meaning of variation? The difference in the character or traits. So what is character other name? Traits among the individual of the same species and the offspring of the same parent is called variation. So variation is passes from one generation to another during reproduction. So only Nabita, this is one big answer. Everybody asks this answer, so we need to answer this question like why variation? Why variation? What is the need of variation? Variation because one generation to another generation, the genetic information carried forward has to resemble their parents, but has to be different from their parents also. Understood? You know why it is needed? Because if father or mother, anyone is having any type of disease, the disease should not be captured. So only it is exactly going to be taken. Best selection is taken. What type selection is taken? Best selection is taken. Thank you everyone for listening to me. But I'm going to check one by one who and all are present in the group. So now variation, examples variation. Can you check earlobes, the characteristics variation? Can we check this one out, Beta? So this is exactly the earlobe. So you know what? Lobed ears are there and lobeless ears are there. This is one lobed ears is there. This is lobe. Understood? Earlobe. You might have seen now, maximum people earlobe will be there. Even I am having also earlobe. How many of you are having? Come on, type yes. This hanging earlobe. How many of you are having hanging earlobes? Don't go by the other people. Some people are telling that hanging earlobes are exactly for making friendship, this thing, that thing. No, just think population variation. Okay. So Anu is having next. Okay, Yashwit is having, Vandan is having, Tarun is having. Okay, come on, type very fast. Who is having earlobe and who don't have earlobes? Check. He's having earlobes. You are also having earlobes. That is the hanging one, the hanging part of the skin. Wow, most of the population. Kavya is also having. Come on. Start typing fast and say. So definitely, most of the children are having earlobes. But you might be saying that some population will be there. Their earlobes will not be there. You know what? They have joint, direct joint. Anyone who is not having earlobes, that hanging one who is not having direct joint will be there. So direct joint is also present. Some populations are having direct joint. Anyone in your group who is not having earlobes, earlobes means hanging skin. Understood? So direct joint will be there. That's also different type of population. So free and attached earlobes. So here this part will be free earlobes and this is attached earlobes. Understood? That are two variant of earlobes found in human population. Similarly, different people have different height, complexion, type of hair, color of eyes, shape and nose and chin. So definitely there will be variations. Less population don't have earlobes. Yes, Veda. That's also correct. Ashwita, yes, absolutely. You are also having. So Mani Veda is also having. So most of the population is having that earlobes. Okay, I want anyone who is not having. I really wish to see that anybody who is not having earlobes, miss hanging one, this. Huh? No, I just wrote that. Heredity only we are going to discuss. So now look here. In evolution, means see, one word I am just going to give for evolution. See, when different type of variations, because variation is one part. So when less population don't have earlobes, yes. So most of the population is having because earlobes, now the hanging lobes are exactly, it is a dominant trait. It is what type of trait? Dominant trait. What type of trait, beta? It is dominant trait, and most of the populations are having. So answer is absolutely correct. What is the difference gene and alleles? Gene is a very big word. Alleles are exactly the pattern, the selected one. I'm going to talk about that. Good morning, beta. So I'm going to talk about that. Alleles, I'll show the pictures also, and gene also, beta. I'm going to show the pictures. Everything I'm going to show in this class. Understood? So every pattern we have already prepared. Most of the things I'm going going to discuss in this. Okay, so now look here. So we are the accumulation of variation of over a long period of, see. So you need to understand one very important information, children. If somebody will be asking you this question, LLEs just I'm going to discuss once this part is over. I'm going to start LLEs, so don't worry about that. So with the evolution means what? One pattern of variation came. Now this variation again another generation, the variation little bit increased. Got it? And now another variation came. The little bit again variation increased. Again a new variation came. In this way, over millions of years, a total change in the species will happen. Okay, Prashana, good morning. So here I'm Kritika. Okay, okay, Kritika. So definitely over a period of time, what will happen, beta? More variation will be present in the species, and that variation will be drastically seen. Got it? So drastically seen. So once the variation will become drastically visible, then it's exactly change in the body structure. So some of the variations are very important. Beta. Can I tell you? See, you know what pigeon? How many of you have seen pigeon? Come on, say yes, fast. Pigeon, how many of you have seen? So in pigeon, now you might have seen that the eye shutter will be closing like this. Correct now? The eye shutter will be closing like this. Here now, yes. Here now, yes, so yes, I think two, three people are telling yes. But better, you know, monkey to human evolution is there. Absolutely, Sophia, Vandan, okay, Anu. So definitely better, this part is there. But one thing you must remember, कि when you are, listen children, when you are closing your eyes, you this part portion is there, now this portion, this got evoluted. You know what, before now, we don't have that sophisticated system. Before millions of years, our parents were using that shutter. Now that shutter got shrinked here, and the shrinking of the shutter is not getting open. Understood? Why? Because it got evoluted. But before that, we were using that. Second is appendix. Listen, appendix also got evoluted because once upon a time our ancestors were eating flesh meats. Understood? So the appendix was exactly digesting that flesh meats. Nowadays, it is of no use. Nowadays it is of no use. We are not using that. So that also got evoluted. Understood? For male penis, there was a bone. Understood? All drastic changes I am explaining. For male penis, there was a bone. That bone was always erected. Now that also vanished. Got it? So there are few big changes in the human body structure that is now drastically visible, and because of that, that words are considered as evolution. Understood? Now we are using the word what, better? Evolution for those terms. So I hope everybody understood. Variations leads to evolution. If somebody will be asking you what leads to evolution, your one answer will be variation leads to, yes, to store the waste is exactly, no, appendix was better. Appendix was not for that. Appendix is for digesting the flesh part, and it is exactly enzymes. It was full of enzymes. Understood or not? So now that is of no use. But better, variation leads to evolution. Kuti change in the species directly comes as a blast, and a new species is exactly formed. Got it? So now we know Homo sapiens, our own species, we had like hump in the back. Understood? And we were walking of all the four limbs we were using. But now we are not using the four limbs. We are using only the hind limbs. Understood? Not this one we are using for working. So definitely, yes, the flesh digestion. Thank you so much for liking the class, and thank you so much for responding to this level. Your answers are going so fast. Sometimes I'm unable to read also. But yes, the pics I'm able to, because once it is moving, I'm not getting that back. But thank you so much, Vida, for being so live. And I want this type of audience only where you people are answering the questions. Okay, so variation is necessary for evolution. Okay, evolution refers the process by which early organism of the earth, they are diversified various. So that answer what Yashwit has given, that answer what you call Maha has given, all people answers. Now can we accumulate this information and say as ki yes, mule came. Understood? But this mule will bring another same type of mule, because maybe some part another horse and donkey will interbreed, another one more mule will be there. So first session maybe they will be infertile, but after that when their own type of population will be coming, there will be a new species. Understood? And now this new species will interbreed to bring their own type of population, and this only happened, and because of that only same type of species got its population, and this same type of species got its population by reproduction. I hope you might have understood. So this reproduction and heredity and evolution are intertwined concepts. Thank you so much, children, and that seriously it's a very good class. Now can I talk about types of variation? So there are two different type of variation. Children, get ready for it. First is called as somatic variation. Please understand, and now I am going to discuss about the most important thing. First type of variation is considered as somatic variation. Another type of the variation is called as genetic variation. What are the two different type of variations? One is considered as somatic. Repeat with me, everyone, because this is the most important part. Somatic variation and genetic variation. So variation is of two types. One type is considered as somatic variation. Another type is considered as what type variation? Somatic variation and genetic variation. Absolutely better. Correct, Kavya. So that is exactly two type of variation. Somatic and genetic. Everyone, come on. Somatic and genetic variation. Understood, beta? So what is the meaning of somatic variation? Now I'm going to explain what is the meaning of somatic variation. See, my body parts are very good. All things are very nice. Understood now? Now, accidentally, I fell down. Got it. Now, my one bone got ruptured. Got it. Now, this bone got ruptured. Now, this becomes like this hooked. Now, if I am trying also, it is exactly not going to change. Got it. Now, I got married. I'm having children. Will my children will have same like this fingers? Will my children will have same type of fingers? Very good. Super. Kavya, Maha, Anu, Kartika, Ashwita. Acha, Kamu, Muttu, can you tell me your name because I'm unable to Tarun. Yes. Yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Type fast. You are taking so much type of time to think. Come on, you can do it. So definitely, when then, so all people are telling no, correct only. And this type is okay. Very good, Ritvajan. But this type of variation, Ritvajan is there. Ritvijan, your best friend is there telling take Ritvijan's name. Ritvijan is there. Okay, so definitely better this will not be passing through from one generation to another generation. Why? Because there is a somatic variation. That means what better? The variations which is not carried by the DNA is called as somatic variations. Those variations which are not carried by the DNA is considered as what type of variations, beta? Somatic variations. That type of variations are considered as beta somatic variation. Like any person means before marriage they got accidentally hand broken or hand cut, some body part got cut, understood or not? Some body part got burned, understood or not? So something will happen, that is exactly called as somatic variation, and somatic variation is not carried from one generation to another, it will not impact. But did you heard, I think children most of the time you people may be watching a reel where mother is not having two limbs, and in absence of limbs only she is doing all the work, and accidentally when she married a person and she had baby, the baby also don't have limbs, the baby also don't have limbs, understood not? The baby don't have hands also. So and that is exactly what when the DNA pattern changes, understood? When the DNA pattern changes, because if accidentally the DNA pattern is changing and the DNA is coding, yes, check live button everybody, I'm not seeing some of the answers very fast, I want all the children to write answers very fast. Okay, that is gene is passed to the baby, absolutely correct. Yeah, Kavya, the gene is exactly what happened, the gene got passed to babies, and since the gene got passed to babies, now what will happen if it is a dominant trait? If it is a dominant, recessive means pair is needed. Recessive means what is needed, beta? Pair is needed. But if it is a dominant trait, it will be picked by the child. And if it is Good morning, Himanshu. So if it is exactly picked by the child, means now the child will not have limbs. I hope everybody understood. Come on, say the baby will express that character and the baby will not have this limbs. Absolutely correct. The baby will not have the limbs. That's the most important thing. The baby limbs will be absent. So that's one of the most important characteristics. Very good. So that's what is exactly. I hope. So I'm asking one question. Yashwit, are you there in the group? Everybody is there in the group. Can I ask this question from everyone? Are you all ready to answer the question? Come on, children. Offline, online children, are you all ready to answer this question? Yes. So now my simple question is, if now very nicely think and give the answer. If before marriage I got eye disease. Eye disease like some type disease is coming. Understood? Not myopia, metropia, this thing. Okay? Eye defect. Eye defect means I can't see far off object or nearby object. Understood? Anyone I am not able to see. After that I got married. I am having children. Understood? Now my children will have that defect. Now will my children have defect? Okay, some population is telling, Kavya told no. After all the children are telling, okay, no problem, Himanshu. Maybe. One unique answer, maybe I got. They will have very good. Most of the children are exactly telling yes, they will maybe. The correct answer is yes. The correct answer is yes, beta. You need to understand this one. You need to understand this one. Some defect in vision is carried from the parents to the yes. If it is dominant trait, absolute. If it is a dominant trait, means 100% it will be picked from the parent towards the child. Absolute. Yes, beta. So definitely some of the characteristics. See, one characteristic is eye cancer. Understood not? Glaucoma. So some different type of things will be there where it can be carried from the parent to the offspring. Even because the DNA got muted. What got muted there is DNA. And DNA mutation is doing this change. DNA mutation. So if a father or a mother is having some very chronic miss, the disease which is imbibed in their DNA and it became dominant, the disease that is imbibed in the DNA and it is dominant. So it is exactly going to the child. No, one simple question was there. One person asked me this question. So I'm just asking to everybody because that question is, my great grandfather was smoking. Will I smoke? That was a very crude question. But should I smoke because my great grandparent was smoking? So that question was very weird to me. First, I was very much scolding that boy. But after that, I understood the intention because the great grandfather died because of cancer. After that, he told my great grandfather had what you called that hookah bidi they're taking now. So because of that time we did not came to know that cancer is there, this thing is there. But yes, he died in a less age, and people say that he had coughing and some tumor was there, and because of that he died. Understood? That time that was sophisticated medicines and treatment was not there. Got it? So he had a fear. He had a fear, and because of that fear, he asked this question that will I be having the same type of lung tumor because my great grandfather had a tumor? So what is the answer? Wow, very good. So all the children started answering no. Beta, there may be a chance of cancer. There may be a chance. What if father trait is dominant? Yes, that's what. So there may be a chance. You can't say like that. See, you know what? Once cancer is coming inside one individual, you need to understand many times the cancer traits will be passing on. Got it. So in a generation, if some person is cancer prone and it by mistake become yes, if by make because you know what, at the time of cancer treatment now the DNA is getting muted because the radiotherapy is what you are giving now. The what you call the radiotherapy is what you are giving or chemotherapy. What word we are specifically using? Children, I want you to be top of the world, and I want all of you to understand so that you can also teach to others. So just listen this part very nicely. So the chemotherapy treatments are there, Nabita. They will be exactly that type of treatment where cancer cells are getting killed. So when the cancer cells are getting killed, that time there will be slight mutation in the DNA. So 100% we can say that See, even cancer itself is not curable, because beta right now I defeated cancer, and my body no cancer cells are there. But beta after 10 years what will happen? I also know that the cancer cells can reappear. Are you understanding? And you know what? Many people, so only the doctors what they're telling, कि once the cancer is coming in human body, you need to keep on having blood test checking, keep on taking checking, because we cannot defeat these cancer cells once it is imbibed. So once it is imbibed, chemotherapy is done. Then again, we have to keep on going for checking, because it can reappear again. Yes, this is the first one. AIDS is exactly acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It's not a disease, it's a syndrome, because it is not affecting any organ, it is affecting the immune system. Understood? So, everyone, since you have asked the word AIDS once it will be coming, maybe that mother, see, a mother who is having AIDS cannot give this AIDS to the child. We can protect them. There are certain ways through which we can protect a child from having AIDS. Understood? So this is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is not a disease, it's a syndrome, because disease means it can impact any specific organ. Understood? But AIDS are impacting what system, beta? Directly it is impacting the immune system. Understood? The WBC will totally get disturbed because of that, and in absence of immune bodies, in absence of that antibodies, your body defensive system will be totally broken. It's just like a kingdom wall is broken. Understood? And once the kingdom wall is broken, anyone can invade and kill you. And same way, the body cells is exactly getting killed by the foreign agents. Like even a single cough and cold is enough to kill a person. Are you understanding, everyone? Come on, say. My children, understood? Yes, I'll speak slow. So that is exactly somatic and genetic. Okay. I hope you might have understood this part. Everybody understood this session or not? Is it understandable? Am I going very high? Yes, very good, Beta. Super. Thank you so much. So these are exactly some things which is very, very important. Don't say answer direct no or yes. The correct diplomatic reply is maybe. Understood. Why? Because we are not 100% sure that you should be very diplomatically saying this one part, that maybe the trait can be passed on and maybe the trait cannot be. It can change the DNA means 100% carried. It cannot change the DNA. See, once the DNA is changed, listen it very carefully. Once the DNA is changed, then it will come genetic variation, and genetic variation will pass on. It will pass on. But if the DNA is not changed, then it will be somatic variation. So it totally depends upon change in DNA. Okay, not possible, because both the parents are required the producing new progeny. Yes, but which answer you are giving, Ruchi? Not possible, because both the parents are required for producing new progeny. Yes, what section you are telling, that part I'm going to discuss one time. So definitely somatic variations and genetic variation. Genetic variation will be what, beta? Vishwa. Wow. If ma'am, if a person got accident and doctors used blood of another person who is not from patient family, then the person get married and the child having the chromosomes of person who donate the blood. No, beta, that's not possible. So that's a very good and a very unique question, and definitely I would like to answer this question. This is seriously a very good question. No, blood is not carrying chromosomes first. Blood is having cells, WBC, RBC. Understood? Not plasma will be there, platelets will be there. So they cannot mutate. You know, blood is just like water transportation you are doing. Yeah, blood germs if that person will be giving. Like, beta, please understand here one thing. Blood germs if it is giving. See, you need to understand this one very carefully. If the person who is donating the blood is having H1N1, understood, swine flu, if the person is having virus, Ebola virus, if the person is suffering from different type of disease, that disease may impact jaundice, understood, Australian jaundice, so that disease may impact you, but it will not mute your DNA. So only at the time of receiving blood from an outside person, means you cannot only check the blood group, you have to exactly see. So only from blood bank only most of the people are asking blood. Why? Because in the blood bank, what is checked is everything in the blood has to be checked, and then they are donating. Understood? You know thalassemia, one word thalassemia is there. Thalassemia word is specifically given for those type of people whose red blood cells are not forming. Understood? So many things are there, many things are there. Thank you for understanding this part. So I am just going to explain in this entire session. I will explain everything. So beta, that's a very unique and a very good question. I am very happy that you people are asking these type questions. Understood? So beta, definitely the person blood has to be checked before donating to the patient. Understood? And second factor is this will not change the chromosomes. I hope you might have understood. It will not change the chromosomes. So chromosome part will not be changed. Are you understanding? So chromosome sections is not going to change. Yes. So chromosome sections is changed at the time of only when male and female germ cells are fusing. Chromosomes are active when the germ cells are fusing. Good morning, Balaji. So one person drink alcohol means they donate blood or not, ma'am? Blood. See, drinking alcohol. Okay, drinking alcohol can be that's not a big disease, but this diabetic person is sending or different type of disease, cancer patient is there. So if see if accidentally someone's body part is cut and they are donating blood, that is not going to change anything. Correct now? But if that person is suffering from cancer, understood, and after suffering from cancer, that person is exactly giving donating blood. First, so that person itself should know that they should not. Understood? Just now recovered from jaundice and donating blood. So that should be not there, having AIDS and donating blood. So definitely these type of things should not be there. The patient, the doctor itself will not allow. Understood? So I am just going to block you, Balaji, if you are going to disturb the class. Seriously. 4003, your 000 will come up. Don't disturb the students. If you really want to understand, see, look here, beta. This is the most important thing we are going to discuss. Come on, children. Have an understanding types of variations. In the types of variation, okay, so somatic variation is what? These variation affect the somatic or the body cells of the organism. Understood? Now look here, beta. This is what we were talking about. Vishwa, everyone, Yashva, Yashvit, all the girls, please listen this very carefully. Can you see this section, beta? Germ line, when the sperm and see, the father's sperm is infected. Can you see? The father's sperm is infected. Now this sperm, when it will fuse with ova, the child will get infected. Understood? Now in the genetic disorder, in the genetic line, see, one is not affected, one is affected. One is not affected, one is affected. So 100%, one is affected, one is not affected. Now here you check the sperm and ova both are not having, but the child got this from outside. So that means it will affect only the patch will be affect only the child, but it will not be going in the bloodline. It will not be going in the DNA. Understood? Yes, so everybody will be having hanging earlobes. Okay, so only few population is not having that hanging earlobes. I hope everybody understood. So these variation affect the somatic. Somatic means body cells, not the germ cells. Next, these variations are non-inheritable. Non-inheritable means it cannot inherit by the individual. So examples, if an individual has 6 fingers in her hand, it is not necessary that his or her offsprings will also have 6 fingers. That's also is exactly not that part. I hope everybody might have understood. So this is the most important sections. Everybody must remember this part. So if infection is coming out of the bloodline, means at the time of fusion, the chromosomes is taking the decision. Here only chromosomes are taking the decision. Here chromosomes cannot take decision. Understood, Vishwa? Vishwa, did you understood? You asked this question. Vishwa, did you ask this question? Did you understood this one? Yes, everybody. Next generation, it will not be carried. Absolutely correct. Next generation, it will not be carried. but it may be carried if it is exactly present in chromosomes. Understood? So yes, very good. So that's the most important thing. Beta, now we are going to talk about types of variation. How many different types of variations are there? Very good. One thing I will do for you. Thank you so much. I will try to improve myself. This is the only thing I can say to you. Now look at it, germinal and genetic variation. So if somebody will talk about germinal and genetic variation, germinal or genetic variations are those type of variations which is exactly coming from where, beta? Which is exactly coming from the zygote system. So when the zygote will be exactly formed, understood? So when the zygote is formed, the male and the female germs are exactly fusing. At that particular moment, whatever characteristics are exactly selected, that will come to the offspring. That will come to the offspring. Don't do anything, let him do. If it is making him happy, means keep on letting him do. You carry on with your work. Why you are wasting time on an idiot? Okay, don't waste your time. Every single minute is important. So now look here. So these variations are produced in germ cells. These variations are produced in germ cells. And because once these variations will be produced in germ, it will be exactly present in the germ cells. What will happen? It will be carried forward, and that is the result of variation. That is the result of what? Variation. Absolutely. Okay. So now we will go for the next one. So these variations are produced in germ cells of an organism and are inheritable. What it is? Inheritable. It can be carried from one generation to another generation. Understood? Now look at, so these may be already present in ancestor or sometimes developed due to mutation during lifetime of an organism. So 100% you need to understand that. Children, understand one thing. Okay, when mutation will be occurring, can you answer my one question please? Okay, how mutation is exactly coming? How mutation is coming? Okay, so how mutation is coming? Alteration of DNA is called as mutation. Absolutely correct. That is called as mutation. Now another question I am asking from you: variations is mutation? No, 100% variations are not mutation. You need to understand this part. So if somebody will be talking to you about DNA collapse is a different thing. DNA collapse is definitely a different thing. Mutation only I want. Okay, so definitely mutation only I am wanting to know. Say, what is the meaning of mutation and how it is exactly coming? Come on. So if somebody will be asking you about mutation, what answer you are going to give? What answer you are going to give about mutation? So when mutation is exactly coming, mutation is exactly change in some of the characteristics in the DNA. Got it? So when these characteristics in the DNA will be changing, it will be picked by the DNA and it will be transferred to the genetic content. Now one single example I am giving you. A lady had cancer. Okay. Now eye cancer, a very special type of disorder a lady had. So what is exactly what happened is it got transmitted from one generation to another. So the coming offspring also had that type of genetic disorder. So that's a very simple example where we can say that the genetic contents are transmitted. Understood? So rare type of cancer. Some rare type of cancers are actually transmitted from one generation to another generation. I hope you might have understood. So some characteristics are exactly transmitted from one generation to another generation. Got it? So that will be coming by germ cells or genetic variations. So now we are going to understand that key already present in ancestor lines. But you know what I have seen in my leave it, Yashvit. Yashvit, that's the best thing. You know what? If a person can't do anything, they do like that. If they can't stop you, means they do like that. So that's the best example that we people are doing correct. This is an example that we people are correct. Okay. Understood, Yashvit. So please kindly carry on with your work and happily enjoy the class, because the most important thing is one time will come when they will understand we are not doing anything wrong. Okay. So come on. So now we are going to understand this one content, that is mutation. So mutation is exactly coming accidentally in the bloodline, and once it will be imbibed. Like one simple example I have given you about cancer. Understood? So once the cancer cell is exactly imbibed in the body, then what they did chemotherapy. Chemotherapy doing means what will happen, beta? It will mute some part. So that mutation will be coming. And once that mutation will be coming, beta, that means it will carry it forward from one generation to another generation. And that is exactly resulting in variation now. Understood? That is exactly resulting in variation. That's the most important thing. Okay. Now we need to understand height, eye color, examples of genetic variation. These are exactly examples of what? Genetic variations. So somatic and germinal variations we have understood. It is not getting open. Okay. So we will go for the next one. Yeah. So sources of genetic variations, we have already discussed that part. I have already explained a very, very important thing that when we talk about genetic variations, it's about selections. So we are going to take care of this part. There is unaffected carrier father will be there, unaffected carrier mother is there. So definitely you will be checking one part will be carried if accidentally any disease is there and it is coming from forefathers beta. The most important thing is it is coming from forefather. You need to understand that from forefather means it is coming from generation to generation. It was recessive. It was recessive and it was recessive in the beginning. But you see, dominant when all dominant traits will be there, it was picked easily. But did you saw one thing? This was recessive and this was recessive and recessive part is exactly getting accumulated in one sibling. So definitely what will happen, listen children, this is the most important thing beta. So here it is exactly called as, see, when somebody will be asking you about allele, so alleles will also be of two types, pure will be there and mixed will be there. So mixed breed and pure breed, that part also we are going to discuss, but here it is RR, means it's coming as the pure one. This is exactly RR, it's exactly a mixed one, understood? But the one which is RR is also pure. That is also pure, but here it is selected from recessive. Means pair will be there, then only it will be selected. Understood? So some traits will be actually not passing from one generation to another generation. Understood not? But it does not mean that it is not present. Once it is present, means it will be silently there in the gene. It will be silently there in the gene. But one time will become when it will become recessive, and then it will be picked. Understood? So it will become recessive and then it will be picked, and that's the most important example here, where we can see that you two three brothers are there, brother sister is there. Understood. Two, three brothers will be there and they will be exactly picked. Yes, Ruchi. That's the most important part here, and we must have to understand these sections. So, this understanding part will be understood or not. So these things are there for heredity and evolution. We have understood about germ cells, we have talked about somatic cells, and we have talked about many different sections where we have understood that how the bloodline is getting impacted. Okay, so next, nice Vishwa, that answer don't give. Got it. So definitely don't react. When you are reacting, that time only is problem. I hope you might have liked the class. You might have understood the class. Thank you so much, Beta, for understanding the class. It's 1 hour and 3 minutes. So we are going to stop this. Next class, we are going to keep the class today. Today, most of it today Saturday or Saturday. Na? Yes. Yes. All the best for your science exam, Beta. For you people only, I started this part. Otherwise, I could have done numericals. Huh? No, no, no. For Blessing School, they are having their exams. Okay. Okay. All the best, everyone. Aha, don't say. Don't say anything. In welcome him. Welcome him. Don't say anything. Okay. Welcome him in our team of mental people. Only mental people can do anything good. We are mental. We are not affected by anything. All the best, everyone. Write your exam very nicely, and just share the question papers with me. Okay. Bye bye. Yes, the best way is to avoid. Dogs are barking is what you will do. You will go and go and stop the mouth of the dog means they will bite you. Correctly only, Yashwat, because see, look, dogs will bite you means that time injection is 100% confirmed. So better be kind to God and be kind to, yes, absolutely. So definitely today one dog is going to bite you, Balaji. Bye.